Hey, it's Jerry and welcome. Today's video is going to be different. I'm going to make something that is. I saw it in a book the other day from Nicholas Elkstad, and he's a chef that comes from Sweden, and he comes from the northern parts of Sweden near Lapland. Now, and Finland are quite similar, and they have a part of Lapland as well. And I've been there and I saw a few dishes, and this is one of those things that I memorized I remember them because what he did was like something with a reindeer heart, and I'm not gonna do that, but he has something else interesting in it, which is he has mushrooms and kale with some broth on it, and then he has a piece of bread on top of that, puts it in the oven, and then the bread gets cooked by the steam and you have a very, so the bread is like a cover. Now, I'm not going to do completely that because, sorry, Nicholas, great chef that you are, and I know that you got a Michelin star, but I'm going to try something with that because I'm just not that big fan of a kale. But I will do something with it. So let's get started. So our dough is done. And we don't need to look for it for another hour because what we're going to do is just use it as a cover. So I don't add any yeast to it as well, which means that we now can hit the store and get our groceries. So let's change and let's go to the store. So I found these beautiful chanterelle mushrooms from a nearby forest. Now, even though that they are washed since I got them from the supermarket, do wash them another time. There are always a little few twigs or few spruces or like small little parts of the forest that's still in there. So before you use them, be careful and wash them carefully again. You cannot wash them often enough, like, but two, three times should do the trick for most of the mushrooms. So besides these beautiful mushrooms, I will add to it white onions and some bell pepper or paprika. And just because paprika is an easy ingredient and very versatile, I like to use it. So I start off with crushing two cloves of garlic. Well, it says crushing, and then I cut them in a few pieces because I don't need to be fine, fine. It's mainly to give, while frying them, it will give a little bit of extra flavor, and also on the long run, after before I put everything in, it will have given most of the flavor even if I leave it this rough. So besides that, I will also already chop the onion, and the onion I leave a little bit more big. I don't chop it fine fine just because it it gives also a nice texture and fills up, and it looks nice when you add it to the mix. So now it's time to fry everything. Heat up a pan, put some oil in it, and add the onion and garlic. After a short frying, like 1 2 minutes, add the mushrooms and just keep frying them. As you will see, they will slink or they will become smaller over time. That's just because they lose most of their liquid now. So meanwhile, while they're shrinking down, you can season everything. Add some pepper, salt, rosemary, thyme, and just keep on frying them and flip them over once in a while. Now, as you can see, I got now a nice mushroom stew going, and it's very rich, delicious herb. It has all the flavors that I want, and I think most of the liquid is out. So what I'm gonna do next is I put it in a bowl that I want to, so that basically that part is done. It is done. I don't need to look into it, and then it is time for the last part, the bread though, or the cover for this dish. So it's time to do the last part, and that is cover the pot up and bake it off. And my dough is really big. And unfortunately, it became a lot bigger than I expected. It rose a lot more, even though I did not put yeast in it. So this will not be the greatest end result, because I need to roll it out really thin to cover everything up. But not only that, it's also because the thicker it is, the longer it will take the dough to cook. And you want it to cook it as short as possible. You want to give it quick, you don't want to wait another half an hour just because it's done. So the end result might not be the best on this part, but still, I would go for it. And I start rolling it out, and I see that I knew it was big already, but when I try to cover the pot that I'm using for it, it's starting to lean in the middle just because it's so heavy. Now, for now, it has to do, or I can try to adjust a little bit, but it has to do, and I'll cover it up and put it in the oven. The inside is more like a soup. It looks stewy. It looks good. It tastes good. It looks delicious, or not really delicious. It looks tasty, but I think I need to work a little bit on this for now. This is the end of the video, and thank you all for watching. I hope you liked it, and if you did, please hit that like button, or maybe even share it with your friend. Leave a comment down below to let me know what you thought of it, and maybe you have even a great idea that's based on this. But for now, have a nice day.